Hi guys, I want to talk about working out or moving our bodies and how important it is to do so all the time. Now, a lot of people at the beginning of the year will talk about resolutions. And I'm not a fan of resolutions. I'm a fan of setting good intentions and setting a word for the year, or just really focusing on revising what happened the year before so that you can plan for an amazing year ahead. Those things are positive. They keep us grounded, they focus us, and so on. But having that resolution comes with so much pressure. However, people do it. And a lot of the resolutions are, I'm going to work out this year. And what happens? We get the membership at the gym in January, and by March, a lot of them are down. Those are actually statistics, by the way. I'm not making it up. And then no mas, right? There's no more gym, no more exercise. And I really want to inspire you to integrate movement into your life without the pressure of resolutions or going to the gym or anything like that. So if you want to go to the gym, that's a brilliant place to go. If you like it, if you like the environment, if you like the energy, if you need to have people around you that are working out so you get inspired, please do so. That's not against the gym, but you don't have to. You have to try and find a rhythm that works for you. So I'm going to share what worked for me when I started getting healthier. When I found out I was sick, I actually realized I wasn't moving my body as much as I used to. I used to work out every day, which is probably what kept me afloat when I was going through stress already in 2016, not eating well, but eating a lot and a lot of processed foods, rather, not processed foods as such, but like with my whole foods that I was cooking at home, I was also having a lot of biscuits and cakes and truly treating myself. I think I had the best vegan food in London, always and forever. And it was fine. I was younger. I could afford it. But right now, my body would shout at me if I did that. So especially when I got sick, a lot of things shifted in my body. And I'm sure that the pressure and the stress truly didn't help. But one of the things that I didn't do anymore, aside from the good nutritional habits, was definitely movement. So one of the things I started doing religiously is that 15 to 20 minutes every single day, I move my body. Now, it's a little bit longer if I am teaching, and it's a little bit longer if I'm doing resistance workouts. And they don't necessarily have to be first thing in the morning, but I do prefer mornings because my day gets busy. I also don't like working out on a full stomach or when I'm hungry. So what I do is that I work out first thing in the morning whilst I'm still in my fasting window. And it's perfect. I also like to do that because cortisol goes up in the morning to wake us up. And cortisol obviously would raise our blood sugar. Now, because I have a very sensitive body to glucose, I tend to want to really use that sugar in the morning that comes up with cortisol so that I don't have to worry about storing any fat. So there is a science behind it. And for me, it works really, really well. And I think for my hormones, this has been a game changer. So I truly value that time in the morning that I make for myself. And I know sometimes I wake up and I'm like, I'm so tired. And it would be so easy to just reach for that cup of coffee or that green juice or whatever habits that we have, good and bad, and not actually work out. But I have made it a point to make this movement in the morning not only a routine, but actually a ritual for my own health. So 20 minutes and there's no pressure. Sometimes it's with weights. Sometimes it's without weights. Sometimes I'm teaching and I'm doing it with my students. Sometimes I'm doing it on my own. Actually, a lot of the times I'm doing it on my own. And I absolutely love that. And now that I'm teaching more classes in person as well, that will be even more workout. So I'm thrilled to really have that opportunity because I actually really love exercising. The reason is that when we move our body, if you're doing it mindfully, in the sense that you're breathing, you're grounding, you know why you're there, your mind also shifts. You get into a more positive mindset. You feel more connected. You have the time to also perhaps think about the things that you want to achieve through that time, through the moment you're in. And those are things that we don't value enough because we're always on the go, right? We're always busy. Our agendas are full of meetings and calls and the work that we have to do. And it gets a little bit overwhelming. So I truly value that I can make the time. And I really urge you to also create that ritual for yourself. Now, having said that, what workouts should you do? This really depends on you. If you like running, please do so. If you like running outdoors, that's a great place to start. And of course, when the weather is a little tough, if you don't like the rain, it can be challenging, but you can also run indoors. Or if running is something you don't like me, I hate it, then perhaps CrossFit, or perhaps a aerobic class, or perhaps swimming, or perhaps yoga, or perhaps Pilates, whatever it is that makes your heart sing. Now, for us women, there is something that I really want to make sure that we are paying attention to. And this doesn't matter what age you are in, okay? If you are a woman and you're going through a lot of stress, or you're a woman who is meant to be cycling, but your cycle is not regular, or you have issues with PCOS or endometriosis or fertility, whatever it is, then you have to pay attention to your adrenals. And one thing that is for sure not going to work very well for you is to do exercise that pumps your body with adrenaline, such as HIIT workouts, for example. If you are going through stress, the workouts you want to have are workouts that actually calm you down, that move your body, but they're mindful. So this is your Pilates, which is amazing, strengthening your core, supporting your back, breathing deeply, getting awareness around your body. Bar can be another one, just strong and can be quite tough, but also still mindful and grounding. And yoga, which has many modalities. You can do a more active yoga class, you can do a more chilled yoga class, and that is really important, especially as we go through our cycle. So there are times in the month where you can really push it, and there are times in the month where you have to take it easy, and I teach that. So truly take the time to learn about your body and your hormones. But if you are a stressed out person, if you're going through something traumatic, if you're going through something very that makes you highly strung, then you have to rein it back. You have to make sure that you calm your nervous system, and pushing your body to raise more cortisol is not a good idea. So that's very, very important. Okay, I wanted to have that highlight for you. Now, the other thing is working out, moving our body, whatever it is, fantastic. But you cannot work yourself out of a bad diet. So even if you're working out every day, if you're really active, if you cycle and surf and jog and run and do HIIT classes and Pilates and work out, whatever it is, okay? But then you eat a junk food diet, you're not going to serve your body well. It might work when you're young and you might still lose weight or not gain any weight. You might still even put on muscles, whatever. But as you get older, those things will catch up with you. And I'm not interested in calorie cutting, and I'm sure you're not either, because it's exhausting to count them and to try and make them little and worry about them. What I'm interested in is nutrients density. I want to make sure that your diet gives your body what it needs. If you are paying attention to the nutrients that you need, you're going to make better choices, such as whole food, plant-based mostly. And if you are someone that integrates some animal products, you will want to choose wisely. Now, from my experience working with women and men, at some point, I actually had a lot of men clients, and they are so easy because they lose weight quicker, and if they do it right, it's amazing. But the challenge is always that protein mindset. So you will get enough protein on a plant-based diet, you don't have to worry about it. But you want to pay attention to the quality of your food, okay? If you are integrating any animal products, which I hope that you don't, because in 2025, we have so many choices that actually the ethos of our diet should be to be kind. And I honestly, as a vegan, I really promote that. Of course, as a scientist and a medical professional, I have to be a naturopathic professional. Let me not say medical because I don't want to get into trouble. I truly value that there are nutrients, right, in animal products. It's undeniable. The science is the science. But I really hope that as I can inspire you to make better choices, it steers you towards plants, because the planet needs it. The animals need it. I can't stress enough the cruelty that goes into animal production. The mass, the amount of killing that we do, the amount of CAFO operations that we have. So confined animals in small spaces, pumped with hormones to grow faster, pumped with antibiotics because they are on top of each other and they get sick and get septic infections, and it's just not fun. And we are getting all that, by the way. When you eat it, it's not like you separate from what the animals were having. So I really promote this mindset of quality over quantity. And a lot of the times when people start thinking about quality, what happens is that they decrease, if not stop, eating animal products, because you realize where that comes from. That includes dairy, by the way. So I'm not going to make this conversation all about that, but I think you should look into it. So if you are choosing better food and you're focusing on your nutrients, then you're steering away from ultra processed foods. Okay, so the biscuits and the cakes and whatever comes in a package with like a million other ingredients. Now I know you probably heard about toxic vegetables oils. I don't necessarily subscribe to that idea that vegetable oils are toxic, because on their own they have never been proven to increase inflammation. But when we put them, and they are cheaper, so they are put into a lot of processed foods such as the biscuits and the cake and so on, then I think it's the combination of these ultra processed foods that doesn't work for our body, and so inflammation and disease will happen. Equally, even animal products, the same. Like, you can buy biscuits with lots of butter and sugar, and now you have a calorific bomb with very little nutrients, and eaten every day without consciousness, they will make you sick too. So it's we have to not be dogmatic, and we have to understand that we can't throw away the water with a baby in it, like, with a baby from the bath. Like, we have to really think holistically about this. Like, a lot of times we have these highlights that are very, very extreme, and so people lose focus. And then I really think if you are eating a diet that is mostly vegetables and fruit, you will find the benefits of them. Now, some of you might have digestive disorders or even food sensitivities and allergies. And in those cases, I absolutely understand that it's tough to, eat certain foods and you want to stay away from them. So you're going to steer towards things that don't have fiber. But the way here is to make sure that you can heal your gut. And doing so means actually integrating fiber slowly, but also understanding what you are sensitive to so that we can work out on elimination diets. And actually, the carnivore diet, which is very popular for people that have digestive disorders, is an elimination diet. So when people eat only things that don't have fiber, such as animal products, they do feel a relief in the digestive system if they have dysbiosis. The issue here is that they think that that's the diet that will sort it out. But our gut bacteria thrives on fiber. Without it, you're not going to have a varied population. Actually, you're going to have a lot more bad bacteria than the good ones. So we have to pay attention to that. So work with a professional, work with a holistic gastroenterologist that understands nutrition. Talk to Dr. Will Balsowitz online. He has amazing courses. I can't stop talking about these courses because they really teach so much about gut health. If you're in the UK or the US and you want to try a program that will tell you exactly what's happening in your body, then Zoe is a great one to have. That will give you a sugar monitor that will track your blood work, they will see your stools, and they really give you good guidance as to what your body really needs. And so you get a personalized approach to your nutrition. And a lot of it is going to be plants, and a lot of it is going to be how to integrate them if you have dysbiosis. So it is a fascinating time in nutrition, right? Nutrition is a science that is very the center of every debate. You can prove a lot of things to be right and a lot of things to be true, but we have to look at evidence long term and not just focus on anecdotal research, but actually we have to focus on a lot of especially controlled trials, so that we can see what the variables are, because we are so different as humans, and everything is bio-individually created if you really want it to succeed. So this is my approach as well when I teach women about the hormones. Then there is that approach that is one-to-one. What does your body need that another person maybe doesn't need, and they can get by without? So it's really, really important to tap into this, and I'm here for you guys. So going back to the movement part, please move your body, whatever that means. A walk in the morning on your mat, with weights, with no weights. You can go to any sports you like, but move your body and eat healthy. See you soon. Bye.